Okay, first clip here, I believe, aimbot. It's mostly aimbot in Fortnite anyway. Kill this guy. Get the suspicious shot through the window there. I mean, sure, yeah, you can get shot through the window. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, that's blatantly obviously for cheating, but it's just a little bit of a sus shot through the window there. Let's move it forward a little bit. Right, so the person come up on footstep indicator. I crouch so they can't see my footsteps. I come out, and they're like, you know what I mean? Look at that shit. One more time. So I'm not at full shields, but they're basically shooting me instantaneously. Everything's a headshot. Right, okay, so we're gonna check some of their replay. See what happens. Look at that one more time. See, is that wall hacks? So like proximity wall hacks, maybe audio indicator, maybe. Perhaps audio indicator, maybe. They start looking to the left, so can't hear any footsteps though. Oh, but there must have been. They were running to footsteps. Yeah. These shots though. Look at these, man. Look at this shit. That looks like aimbot gone wrong there. You know what I mean? It just looks like auto locked on, even though they're obstructed. Fired anyway. Look at this shit. Is that aimbot? But why would you fire like that? Technically, I think some of those are hits. I don't think it did hit, no. Just look like just like aimbot fail is like, you know, why would you aim like that? And how is that one a hit? You know, how's that one a hit? Like the quick, like bang, one tap, quick shot. Like just quick shot, just shooting. Look at this, 25 hit. Their models over here. I mean, how are they hitting that? Again. That just looks like they toggled aimbot on. Just looks like aimbot to me, man. It looks like aimbot. Did they actually get that? I mean, is that legit aim or is that just aimbot? I know that some of them have like a proximity aimbot where it only works at a certain range. And that's a shot right there. They get lightsabered. Okay, so this clip here, yeah. So this clip here, I think I've engaged with like multiple people, multiple angles. But one person just literally shreds me. Oh yeah, go for this guy here. Get that guy. This dude looks a bit sus. Somebody else shooting at me from the side there. Next dude just absolutely peppering me. I mean, look at those shots right there. Is that legit? Lock on pistol? The amount of shots so fast. Is that like rapid fire? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with that weapon. Look at that instant reaction there. That looks a bit sus. looks a little bit dodgy, man. Okay, let's get just standard aimbot, I believe. Chase this guy around here. Just fucking rip me to pieces, man. So 1849. Over 18. 36. I mean, even if you count the, even if you just like 126 damage there in that final like blast, so you go bang 49 damage, so 49 damage. Now the damage is reset 18, so 126 plus 49, 175 damage. Right, 175 damage. Yet the health says like 9 shields, 94 health. Sure, they've got the 50 shields as well. My health just goes to nothing. My max shields, max everything. I'm hitting him quite a bit. Look at that, like right there. It's like headshot, headshot, headshot. It's like I just literally get melted. Like ridiculous amount of damage in such a short space of time. I mean, if you actually consider the amount of actual times I'm getting hit, right? Watch it in slow-mo. Right, so first shot he misses me. I hit him. Those next shots missed. I think that one hits. I'm hitting him again. So he misses. That's it. His first hit. His first one hit has done 140 damage. One hit. So a headshot. His only shot that he's fired on me is a headshot from presumably a shotgun. So let's have a look. Let's watch again. Right, so he misses his first shot. I get those shots in. Bang. 36. So he hits me with a shotgun blast there. Let's go super slow. So bang. That's his first shot. Headshot. He switched his weapon to his submachine gun. Misses his first couple of shots. And then every other shot instantly hits me. Here we go. We've got this guy here. That's aimbot. That's absolutely aimbot. 100% aimbot. That's 100% aimbot. Guys, 100% aimbot, man. Like, you can tell it's 100% aimbot because this guy literally shoots and hits before it's even scoped. He's not even got into the aim part, the scope. He hasn't ADS'd yet. He hasn't even got into the scope, and he's already automatically firing and hitting the target, and he's not even scoped yet. Look at it, it's moving, and it's hit him again. Still hasn't fully scoped up, and it's just hit him. It's not even on target. That's technically a miss. This is like a silent aim as well, because like he's not even on target. He's not even hitting the model, but he's getting registering hits. Yeah, 100% aimbot. So proximity. So yeah, it's definitely proximity aimbot. It's a proximity aimbot. So it only works within a certain range. Well, technically it might not be a proximity aimbot, it might be proximity accuracy, like at a certain range, this range has a certain percentage to hit to make it seem human, and at close range a near 100% hit rate, right? Which when you think about it is actually completely backwards. I mean, it's not that difficult to shoot people at distance in Fortnite, and technically speaking, it's easier to track distant objects than it is to track closer objects because of the laws of perspective. Like if I'm tracking a target in the distance, I have to move my mouse shorter spaces from one position to the next position that a player will move, so I can keep track with a person in the distance with small increment movements. But when a character is a lot closer to you and moving the equal amount of distance, you have to move your mouse a lot further, which means it takes longer to react to motions and movement closer to you than further away. So having this kind of like, oh, I'm super accurate at close range, but I'm not very accurate at distant objects, is actually kind of opposite to real human nature, to actually aim. It's actually more difficult to track the motion of moving targets closer to you than tracking moving targets that are further away from you. So like that's one way you can determine if somebody's using an aimbot, is if they're really good at locking onto target and tracking targets at close range, but then kind of flopping it at further range, when really if it was human, it would be the other way around. It would be more difficult to track that target moving across you at close range because you have to move your mouse much more, like if I'll explain it. Right, okay, so I'll just explain it quickly with this perspective drawing here. So if you basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you're a target, let's say you're a target in the middle, and you move like left or to right to where these signposts are, these are telephone lines, and say that these probably are not equal distance away from each other, but imagine that they are equally distant on each side from one to the other. If one person moves right to the left, I don't have to move my mouse very far to track a target that moves to this location. I move left to right, move left to right. They move there, I go left to right, left to right. I can just move my mouse to that target, to that target, to that target, to that target. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't have to move my mouse like particularly far. Whereas if they were closer to my perspective, moving the same equal distance left and right, I have to move my mouse much further left and right to be able to track a target that was moving. So it would be harder for me to react to movement closer to my screen if someone's moving around me than it would be if they were further away. So this whole thing with an aimbot being less accurate at distance to tracking moving targets and more accurate at close distance tracking moving targets is actually the opposite to human nature, to how a real person would aim, and is a very obvious way to determine if someone is using an aimbot and they're trying to make it look humanized by making it miss more at range, tracking moving targets, but more accurate at close range when people are rarely moving, when it would be the other way around. So I just want to add in here, I'm pretty sure this is still an aimbot, even though he's missing. He's tracking him through the trees with like perfect accuracy. He's following him through the tree line. He can't see him. He's got no visual of them. They could have wall hacks as well, but the aimbot's almost like it's following him. It's missing, but it's following his movement through the trees. So I think it's percentage based hit rate, chance to hit, but the aimbot's still following. It's still tracking very slowly behind the target, even though he has no visual confirmation through the trees. I mean, the kind of wall hacks as well, but it seems like the aimbot's still following the target. So this guy runs in. Basically, as soon as he's in range, he has no problem. He has no problem tracking the moving target at closer range. Before he's even scoped in, he's just annihilating the guy.